What's up guys, Mitch here. Today I'm comparing the first generation of the Jaybird X series of Bluetooth headphones, the Bluebuds X, to their latest and greatest set of buds, the X3's. Now to be honest, I really wouldn't have upgraded to the Bluebuds X yet. But the right bud actually completely died and I was a month out of warranty, but to give some credit to Jaybird support, they did provide me a 15% off code for purchasing a new set of headphones. The support was fast to respond and very nice, very happy with their support. Onto the headphones though, starting off with the difference in the size of the X3's. They are physically much smaller, although not as small as the Freedoms, Jaybird's other new line of earbuds. The buds are shorter, which is one of the issues that I had with the Bluebuds. Wearing them under a hat caused them to squeeze into my head and not stay in my ears well, but with the X3's they don't stick out from your ears, which allows under hat and helmet use. The control and microphone area is also smaller and thinner than the Bluebuds as well as the Freedoms because you don't have to deal with the battery pack there. This was actually one of the main reasons I went with the X3's over the Freedoms. Now we also get an updated way of charging. Gone is the micro USB port that was built into the bud. Since they're shorter, there's just not enough room. But now we have a wireless charging method with pins on the back of the inline controls. Now not as convenient, especially because there's another charger to remember and lose. But as long as you don't forget it while you're traveling, this is a super convenient way to charge these. Since the pins are exposed on the back of the headphones, I'm kind of nervous about the durability compared to the covered port of the Bluebuds, but I'm hoping it won't be an issue. For the included accessories, the X3's now include 3 sizes of Comply foam ear tips, which used to be a separate purchase. There's also 3 sizes of silicone ear tips, the ear fins on both of them, the chargers, and the carrying cases. Continuing with the smaller size of the X3's, the carrying case is now a thin bag compared to the hard case of the Bluebuds and the X2's. It's definitely a lot easier to get the headphones in, but there isn't as much protection as there was before. I really didn't use the previous case that much anyway, but with the smaller size of the bag, it may be much more convenient for carrying around. On to sound quality then. Now realistically, there isn't that much of a difference right out of the box. With the size of the earbuds and the Bluetooth connection, there really isn't that much room for an improvement in quality. But, because of one of the new features that Jaybird has been working on, there are a lot of ways that the sound signature can be tweaked. There's a new app for the Freedoms as well as the X3's called the Jaybird My Sound. From inside the app, you have full control over the sound of the headphones. There are a few presets that come with the app for me, but you can either create your own or edit one already made to get your music just how you like it. Now basically what you're doing is changing the EQ of the headphones. Now this is fine, EQ settings are great to be able to change, but you could do this with other headphones. What Jaybird does though is saves the preset to the headphones, so if you change devices you can still use the same preset that you created on the original device. So if I create the preset on my iPhone, after I disconnect the X3's from my iPhone and connect it to another device, that preset that I created is still there. The app also allows changing the name of the headphones as well as switching to left and right audio depending on how you choose to wear the headphones. Personally, I wear them the same way I wore the Bluebuds X. I wear them over my ear, but there's other ways you can wear them as well. There's some weird things though compared to the previous generations. When turning the headphones on, you get the battery percentage, which is nice, but there's also a tone that plays every time you turn the headphones on. For some reason, there's also another tone when you turn it off. I'm not sure why this was added, but it's kind of annoying, and it still surprises me when I turn on the headphones. It definitely seems like this isn't necessary, but getting the battery percentage is definitely really nice. One thing I really appreciate though is that there's no interruption when you're changing the volume, which was a slight annoyance with the Bluebuds, but I'm glad it was changed with the X3's. Now, when you're changing the volume, you don't get a tone every time you turn it up or down. It just changes the music volume. The Bluetooth connection is still very strong. I didn't have any disconnects with the Bluebuds, and the X3's are no different. The battery life is also still the same at around 8 hours, which is something I'm really happy about. The Freedoms claimed 8 hours, but that was with an extra battery attached to the cable, which added unnecessary bulk. Now let's recap some of the differences between the two. The X3's are much smaller than the Bluebuds, but not quite as small as the Freedoms. Although they do it without sacrificing battery life, which remains at around 8 hours. The hard carrying case turned into a bag that's smaller and easier to carry in a pocket, but isn't quite as durable as the previous cases. Sound quality is basically the same, but the X3's have the ability to customize the sound signature through the My Sound app. To sum up all the changes in one word though, smaller. From the size of the buds themselves to the case, these things are much smaller than the previous generations, and that's how they differentiate themselves. I recommend these over the Freedoms for the longer battery life while still getting the benefits of the smaller size, and I think the X3's are worth the $130 price tag. If you're looking for a pair of Bluetooth sport headphones, I definitely find that the X3's are worth the $130 price tag, especially if you can find them on sale. But if you're an owner of the previous Jaybird headphones like the Bluebuds X or the X2's, I don't really see the need to upgrade right now. The My Sound app and the smaller size is great, but the battery life and the sound quality should be just as good on the X2's and the Bluebuds X, so if you can find those for a much cheaper price, I would still recommend those. Now that's been it for this video guys. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to see more videos from me. That's all for this one, and I'll catch you in the next one.